My name is Kelly Latshaw, and I'm the flute instructor at Colorado Mesa University. I have a few suggestions to help you as you prepare for your Colorado All-State audition, and I'd like to perform the excerpts for you. The first piece is Kohler's romantic etude called At the Fountain. We can see that this piece is in a minor key, and the tempo marking is allegro agitato, agitated. The piece is moody. It almost seems to argue with itself. It changes quickly between piano and forte. It jumps through different registers. It even interrupts itself several times, like in measure 3, 11, and the other places where that figure occurs. Maybe not what you would expect from a fountain. It is challenging to get all of the marked details in when playing this piece at a fast tempo, such as the dotted quarter note equaling 76. I personally tend to take it closer to 70 or 72 to make sure I can squeeze everything in musically and not sound frantic, but 76 is what's indicated for the All-State audition. For technical pieces such as this one, I find it more impressive to hear someone play it at a slower tempo, but cleanly and musically, than someone who has it up to a fast tempo but plays sloppy. The key is that you don't want the listener to know it's a difficult piece. It should sound easy. When jumping to the low register, it helps me to think of my embouchure in more of a frown position. I lower the corners of my mouth to aim the air a little more down to make the low notes speak well. In the staccato repeated notes in the 5th and 6th lines, make sure that you play them equally and evenly. I like to think of these notes as tiptoeing to achieve a light quality. Don't take your tone for granted when playing a more technical excerpt. Make sure you are always using your most beautiful sound as you navigate the challenges of this piece. The second excerpt is from Anderson's Opus 33 Etudes, number 6. Something important to focus on with this piece is having precise rhythm. Anderson uses very specific rhythms, triplets, dotted rhythms, double dotted rhythms, and it is important to make the distinction between them. It is vital to practice this piece with a metronome. Take care not to change tempo as you are playing. I find it easy to rush the triplet figures in measures 46 through 49. Sometimes with a lyrical piece like this, you may want to use rubato. For example, you might stretch a note or slow down at the end of a phrase to express musicality. That's wonderful to do if you can do it well. But you must make sure that rhythm is maintained. Learn the piece with the metronome first before adding rubato. It is important that your musical gesture sounds intentional to the listener, not like you're playing something incorrectly by accident. When Anderson uses tenuto marks over notes, such as in measure 34, I like to think of this not just as articulation, but as adding a little bit of weight or emphasis to these notes. What I find interesting about this excerpt is that it ends about 3 times. In measure 48, the phrase resolves to the B, and the piece could end right there. But then Anderson tacks on another phrase, which resolves in measure 50, again to a B. But we're still not finished. The piece has one last gasp, and this phrase comes back again, finally resolving on the repeated Bs at the end. I take a breath after each of the first 2 cadences. With these phrases, I like to make each successively more quiet through to the ending, where morendo, dying away, is indicated. On the final B, hold it as long as you can play it beautifully at a low volume, and try if you can to fade away into nothing. The harmonic fingering suggestion in the edition is one option to help you achieve this. I tend not to use vibrato on this final note in order to play it evenly in tone. Watch the pitch of your C sharps on the staff, which as always tend to be sharp on the flute. Use your vibrato in combination with dynamic gestures to bring out the shape of your phrases. Your expression will tell the story of this beautiful piece. If you have any questions or if you're interested in setting up a free lesson with me, please feel free to drop me an email at klatshaw@coloradomesa.edu. All the best to you as you prepare. Good luck.